Hey everybody, welcome to Chaos and Her Nails. I'm Paula, aka Chaos, and in today's video, we are going to talk about not applying nails. I've been meaning to do a video for you guys on how to apply press-on nails. I just haven't had the opportunity to do it because when I do it, I want to be able to keep my nails on for a period of time, and I'm sure you guys have noticed I don't generally wear nails in my videos, and that's because it's hard for me to wear nails working where I work. So that video you'll have to wait until the end of the month, and I apologize, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I haven't forgotten about it. It is coming, but you're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Until then, you'll have to make do with some other videos. So today's video, we're talking about the top 10 things that nail techs can never have too much of. So I hope you enjoy this video. That being said, let's get started. Number 1 on the list, nail wipes. You can never have too many of these babies. I buy 1 or 2 packs every time I go to the supply store. Because I mean, I use them so much, and like the last thing I want to do is run out of these. So I like to have a stock on hand. Like I have a cupboard where I keep all of my overstock, I guess you can call it, and I just kind of keep everything in there. Now, a lot of people don't have a lot of room to store extra product, but these are things that, like, if you can make the room for, I would make the room for these 10 things at least. You know, or at least some of them, right? Because these are very important. And they have to be lint-free wipes, because you don't want to get little hairs in your manicures. Alright? Number 2 on the list, we have nail files. Now, I don't have a lot, as you can see, but I always like to keep some. This is not something that, for me, is like a super... I don't want to say it's not important, because it is important that I have the files, but I mostly do press-ons. So I don't do a lot of filing. The filing that I do on my press-ons, like for example, when I'm removing the shine and etching the back of the nail, I do that with my sanding band. So, but it is important as a nail tech to have files. You can never have too many files. You have your 150 grits, your 100 grits, and your 180 grits. Always important to have some on hand, because like I said, you can't afford to be, I don't want to say afford, but you don't want to be stuck without a file, especially if you're doing someone's nails. Because you need to have, when you're doing someone's nails, you need to use brand new files for every client you do. Like that's why these are disposable. As soon as you're done with that client, you throw these out, and so that's why you need to have a bigger stock of them, right? Number 3 on the list, we have polishes. Now, obviously colors are important in a nail tech's life, but 3 must-have colors, I would say, are black, white. I didn't have white in Ugly Duckling, I ran out. See, this is what happens. Then you have to start using off-brand brands. And nude. I can't tell you like how many designs, like almost every design you do is going to have a black base, a white base, or a nude base. If you're doing French tips, you're going to need a nude base and a white, or you know, a black if they want a black tip, or obviously other colors, but the other colors are more rare. Most people want the classic French tip when they're doing French tips, right? So yeah, you can never have too many of these colors. I like to keep, that's actually like this situation with this polish made me realize just how much we need these colors to have. Like we need to keep these colors in stock basically. And when I say we, I mean me. And also you. Number 4 on the list, we have our alcohol and our acetone. And I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit quietly. I'm filming this at like 8 o'clock in the morning and my boyfriend is still asleep, so I'm trying not to be too loud. He probably is hearing me anyways, but whatever. But yeah, your alcohol and your acetone, never, never, never have too much of these. These are staples in the nail industry and they're not going away. So make sure you have a stock hand of those. Number 5 on the list is, let me bring it out, your base coats and your top coats. Now don't be scared, these aren't all base coats and top coats. These are, you know, and you want to have like your no wipes, your mats, and you want to have your wipeable top coats as well. Because like there's certain things that, like for example, there's certain designs that you're going to be doing that require a top coat that has a tacky layer, right? And then there's some that obviously you want no wipe. So you want to have a like there's another one, and then there's another one. You want to have like, you know, a good, and I like to try different ones too because I like to see which ones work better. Like for example, I've recently discovered that I really like Magic Gel's tackless matte top coat. I just like the way the matte looks as opposed to Ugly Ducklings. And I'm a huge fan of Ugly Duckling products, but I feel like this one, I don't know, it's not as matte as it could be. So there's that. So that's another thing you can never have too much of. And then, you know, the last thing you want to do is run out of top coat while you're either doing someone's nails or doing someone's press-on nails, and you're just kind of like, crap. So that was number 5. Number 6, we have our tips and our swatch sticks. And what I mean by those, your tips, I mean these, right? Or I also could mean these. Oh no, not these ones. Sorry, these are basically the same. These ones. Now these are not full coverage tips. These are not my size, obviously, but they're the actual tips that go on the tip of the nail. Oh, what size are these? These are ones, okay. But I also need your swatch sticks. So whether you do people's nails or you're doing press-ons, I feel like all 3 of these, I feel like, okay, whether you're doing people's nails or you're just making press-ons, I feel like these and these are at least the most important. If you're doing people's nails, obviously, you know, nails like this are important as well. Unless you're using forms, but even as someone who just only works on other people, I find that like nails tips like this are good for practicing your designs on. So like, I mean, I feel like you can never have too many of these because, you know, you want to see, like, you get an idea in your head, you want to see if it works before you actually do it on your client, because otherwise that's a waste of time, right? So that's what you want to do with that, right? Okay, next on the list we have our brushes. Now, when I say brushes, like, okay, so I have my gel brush and my acrylic brush. I only have one of each because, like I said, I don't do a lot of clients right now. I mostly work with press-ons right now. So I have my liner brushes and I have my dotting tools and my art brushes. And these brushes over here, if they get ruined, I'm not really particularly worried. And then I have also my really good brushes, which are in here. These are my Magic Gel art brushes. And I keep them in here because these were very, very expensive. I got them through a course, so I actually didn't pay for them. But I think they were about 300 Canadian, somewhere around there. Very expensive brushes. So I like to take really good care of these, and I don't want to intermingle them with the others. But yeah, it's important to have a lot of brushes because, especially like cheaper ones, like more expensive ones, I wouldn't advise having too many of those because you want to take care of those so that they last you, right? But then there's like the cheaper ones that, like, for example, if I'm doing like there's like a certain marble type of art that I do where I use a cheaper brush because I don't care if it ruins, right? And so that's why I have multiple cheap brushes that I use just for nail art. I don't use them, and like if they ruin, it's like whatever, they cost me $2, I can replace it very easily. On to the next one, we have our cuticle oil. You can never have too much cuticle oil. This, so I make my own cuticle oil. I may sell it one day, but right now I just make my own. This one here is not one that I personally made, but it is a homemade oil from someone else. It's pretty good. I like it. Not a big fan of the scent, but that's just my personal taste. But I like to make my own oils because, I don't know, I find that like the products I use, like I know what I'm putting in there. I don't know. It's a weird thing with me. Next on the list, we have makeup applicators and makeup sponges. You can never have too many of these guys. I can't tell you how many of these I go through. Like, you know, whether you're working with chrome or whether you're blending and dabbing, these are great. And I love these ones because I just love how they feel. That's a sickness though. Anyway. So you have your makeup sponges and your makeup applicators. And that was number 9. And number 10, I'm kind of torn. So I'm going to have a little bonus as an 11 because I feel like these are both just as important. So number 10, I'm going to say, can you guys see this? Let me zoom out. So this is plastic backed towels. So basically, this side is plastic and this side is not. So I put this on my desk because the desk that I'm using is not a proper nail desk. It's just a regular office desk. But it's all I had, so this is what I'm using right now. Eventually I will get a proper nail desk. But yeah, so this is great because I basically just put this on, and then if I spill acetone or anything, I don't have to worry about damaging the wood on my desk. But also, like, even if you do have a proper nail desk, these are still great because when something spills, and believe me, things are gonna spill, whether it's glitter, whether it's liquid, it'll catch on here, and then it makes cleanup super easy because you just take it and fold it away and throw it in the garbage. So definitely something worth investing in and keeping a stock of. Last but not least, so number 11, empty containers. And what I mean, I'm going to show you what I mean. I mean things like this, because I'll show you why. This is my glitter and my sequins and my caviar beads and stuff. All, like, for example, this glitter here came in a bag, and it's not helpful to me when it comes in a bag, so I like to put it in little containers. These ones here I got from Michaels, but these ones here are actually glitter that I had that I've used, and I just keep the bottles. So I have like a few of these empty bottles that I keep on hand. This is actually empty. It just, there's glitter stuck to the sides of it. I have to clean it out still. But, you know, I just keep these empty bottles because then I can like pour like my regular glitter in it, or if I want to mix glitters, then I can just, you know, mix this with something else and come with a new glitter, and I'll have a little container for it. So I think that like empty containers are also something that you can never have too much of as a nail technician. So that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel so that you can be notified when I post more videos. And yeah, check me out on Instagram too, Chaos Center Nails. Until next time, everybody, have a great week.